All right, that's probably the best thumbnail face I've ever made. So let's get into it. Llama versus Stygian. I mean, very, very much so. Like, this character stomps Stygian, obviously. This is the version that she came out in. We're going to be using one team specifically for this entire video, just because I think it overall is better. Now, I did, I did really, really try, guys, to get a EM goblet, but I just couldn't get one. I couldn't. I've been really trying. I farmed as much as I could. I could not get an EM goblet for a Nefa. I wanted to try doubled EM a Nefa and see how it looked. But yeah, we're kind of stuck at that. Although I could, if I really wanted to, go ahead and try something like this, right? I could try one of these. I would lose quite a bit of crit damage in elemental or not the elemental mastery, but for the sake of it, for the funniness, let's go ahead and see what we can get off on this. Maybe we can get, 21% crit damage again. If so, okay, all right. If so, then hey, maybe we can go ahead and actually use a Nefa here. No, that's not exactly what we were looking for. We do just need one maximum crit damage roll. One maximum crit damage roll. Okay, that's not maximum. Maybe we get another crit damage roll. All right, if we get another one, good. Because then we're just losing the EM, but we're going to gain like 150 EM above. So we'll see. Come on, give me some good crit damage. Oh, nice. All right, thank you. All right, I mean, it's not the best, but I'll certainly take it. All right, so we'll be able to go ahead and just grab a elemental mastery thing here. Now, whether this is the best or not, I don't care. I just want to see what in double EM and Nefa will look like. So just trying to maybe probably elemental mastery, and then let's make up for some attack percentage by grabbing that. Wow. Wait, I have 3 elemental mastery goblets with attack percent, and that's it. Dang. Like, substats don't even do. Oh man. Well, I guess we're going to just have a 10% crit rate on this. So let's see what our stats are looking like. 86, 162. But with 396 elemental mastery, she's going to buff her own elemental mastery with her Q, right? What is the exact buff that it gives? Yeah, she does decrease on this. She gives elemental mastery by 6% of her attack to the active party member and her. So 6% of her attack, 1,044.13. Let's see. It's 84 elemental mastery, not too much, but we are also going to get 120 from this. So let's see the kind of damage we can see, and if we see some good stuff. Now, I will say, using this, when I didn't use double EM, it alternated between Electro and Hydro. And Nefa, or Lauma, Dendro did not get touched at all, and it stayed a constant, just like a little bit of extra damage on the team. Now, this isn't really, you can't really use her, right? Let's see. What's the bloom reactions doing? Can I see I want to see the bloom reaction. Is it, what? It's 20,000. What? Huh? It shouldn't be 20,000. What? 20,000? What? Bro, it barely changed. It barely changed. Yeah, there's literally no reason for me to ever go ahead and do this. So now we're gonna all we're gonna do is just let this guy, yeah, Nefa. I mean, well, all right, let's see. We haven't used her Q yet. Let's go ahead, get everything here started, and let's see what we can do. I did mean to use the Q, yeah. So I've gone over a little bit on that. All right, come on, get me into where I'm doing damage with hydro hits. That'd be great. And as you can see, electro res. So 33 bloom. Okay, there we go. Okay, proper bloom damage, right? 33,000. That is better, a lot better than what I saw previously. But I still, I don't know. I don't know. I guess, yeah, it is also, I need to have the burst up to actually get the proper things. Yeah, that would be a part of it. Why I'm thinking that it's so low. I mean, is this faster? I actually don't know. Like, genuinely, I don't know. But, it's working out. It's fine. We're doing completely fine. We're doing fine, chat. And, yeah, there. I mean, dominated very easily. I don't know. I feel like it was probably better when I had an attack percent goblet on my Nefa, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't know. I'm going to go around. I mean, if we get an HP scaler, chat. Like, if Columbina comes out and it's the same situation where Mavwika, there's not a new artifact set for, which is dumb. But if there is, and then this one matters, chat. This one, it's good, right? It's good. You got me really excited. Like that is unjustly, like, you got me excited. When I saw the attack percent, I was like, it's about to get lit. And then you gave me Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge. Alright, chat, let's go ahead and let's get into the crab boss. Alright, so, I mean, bloom damage here should matter more, I guess. I really don't feel the difference between attack percent goblet. I mean, I've done one fight with it, to be fair. I've done one fight where I've had attack percent and EM goblet on my, you know, character, so we'll see. So yeah, you know, using this enough, I guess. So just we gotta wait out for this stuff, and we'll have Fiorina go ahead. Yeah, give me trying to you know, do the electro cores here. Let's go ahead there. Okay. So yeah, what you need to do is you need to trigger bloom reactions for these things. So let's go ahead and start throwing out our bursts, because that's what we're here for at this point. So let's pop a Q, and then we'll pop the E skill there. 164,000. Nice. And let's get going. Yep. Not too bad, not too bad. I will say, though, Nevi is hitting a little weaker. I don't know if this guy has Hydro Res or something, right? It's very possible that he does, because he's a crab, right? Oh, like, I don't want to be racist or anything, but all crabs, I think, have Hydro Res. Just a little bit, you know? Alright, let's go ahead, get this going. And, yeah, we should be looking pretty good. Very, very good, honestly. Like, this, I mean, we're talking, this is doing, I don't know what to think of this. Like, this is really good. Like, this is, yeah, man. Alright. I guess we'll just go ahead and do normal rotation here, because we should be, kind of getting this guy out of here very fast, right? Like, I feel like that's kind of, where's the Nefa? Nefa, hey, I need you over here. Alright, come on. Alright, there we go. And now we can actually do damage. Yes, thank you. 41,000 hyperbloom, by the way, right there. Alright, if you didn't see that. 41,000, not bad at all. We are doing worse than we did previously, though. I did have a rotation where I got, like, nearly 104 seconds, I think. So, little worse. Not really bad, though. Like, I mean, we're talking about, you know, a team that, you know, Lauma, she just doesn't really have the better, like, setups right now, right? Like, Lauma, she's doing good damage off field. I mean, if we consider every single hyperbloom hit her damage, she's doing good off-field damage. Like, I don't know how much off-field damage she's doing, but she's probably doing, like, the 800,000 number that you'll see a couple other characters hit, because, what? We assume 30,000, right? If that hits 20-ish times per rotation, which we're in a very long duration rotation, right? We're in a 20-second rotation, or 18-second maybe. I don't exactly remember, you know, the cooldowns on this team, but we enter that, and it's not gonna look bad. Like, this isn't bad. Now, I've also minimized the impact of a Nefa by giving her double EM, so, you know, really, a Nefa, she's sat here, and she's doing good, but, I mean, we'll see. Like, this, and Hyperbloom, by the way, yes, it does matter. Hyperbloom is doing, like, damage against a shield. Now, one thing that's gonna really hurt us here is that, so we don't have proper abilities to proc Favonius, which is really hurting our team right now, if I'm being entirely honest. We're going to hold E-skill here, and we should be very, very close to getting, yeah, getting onto the rotation. Ow. Ow. Enefa. Enefa! What the f... Oh, did I not? Oh, I might not have killed his shield in time. That's crazy. I mean, that's the first time I've done that. Maybe, again, I'm noticing the EM sands might be a little worse. Because, realistically, Enefa, she hits, like, what? 30,000 hyperblooms without, you know, like, with all the buffs active and stuff. She was hitting, like, 30,000 hyperblooms before. Now, she's not really doing that, right? So she's not really... You know, I'm waiting to reset my rotation here. Yes, hold, and let's get that done. Yeah, we're gonna do Nevi's, you know, thing here, so we can actually not die. I'm actually scared to die here now. This is crazy. All right, Lauma's gonna reset her stuff. Let's go. 85,000 damage from a non-crit there. I do wonder if maybe putting crit rate, you know, circlet on my Llama would be better. God. Nefa, shield, girl, please. I guess I didn't reset her E skill. But man. Ugh. Hi, I need balls. Yeah. The number one reason why NF is so good for Nevi, shield, and then it's just like, nah, not this rotation. All right, let's see if we can maybe, I doubt it, but maybe we can kill this guy before he tries to set up a shield again. 70,000 beforehand. What, 33,000 there? I mean, this is with Llama's burst, right? Well, this is with Llama's burst, right? Oh, he's gonna do his thing, yeah. All right, well, we'll see if we can actually finish this off because, yeah, I think it definitely, from what I'm using, I should have also hold. Yeah, from what I'm seeing and from what I'm using, it seems like the attack percent Sands on Nefa was better. Or not Sands, but the circlet or goblet. Yeah, that seemed better. And there we go. So, yeah, because I think I got like a 96-second clear time before. Seems like very much so. There's not really much of a difference from using EM Goblet on an Nefa other than you're decreasing your own damage quite a bit, right? So I will go ahead. I mean, I don't know if I'm actually, how bad is it, right? Let's see what the damage is, right? So if I go ahead and I switch back to my normal build, which I think was this, right? And then I go get my goblet. Yeah, I mean, we did lose out on a lot of elemental mastery by switching because I don't think either of the pieces had elemental mastery on them. So, I mean, we did gain elemental mastery, right? I don't remember the exact number that we had before, but it was over 300. I think it was 100 extra. So about 100 extra EM, but I don't think it was worth, you know, the goblet because with, you know, buffs active and stuff, I don't remember exactly. Let me go ahead and exit here. I think with buffs active, she does cap out her lunar abilities, right? With her stuff. So let's see. So I have 1,800. If I press the E skill, I think she goes above 2,000. Yes. So the reason why that matters is because you do get this buff, and at 2,000 attack, it's maximum level. So it is very, it's a little meh. It does just say increasing lunar charge base damage. I don't know necessarily how this works, whether this 14% is like a Nevi 14%, right? If you go to this passive, this isn't damage bonus, this is like pure raw increase of damage. That's what this is. So he gets an actual 60% increase. I don't necessarily know like how this exactly works. I just hear a lot of people say you want to max this out, so I assume it's pretty good, at least. I'm assuming. Could be wrong. I'm assuming, though. But, you know, Lauma did definitely work out well. I mean, there's not really much else to say. She came in. She, you know, helped the team out. Like, let me show quickly, I guess, who would be a character that I would want to use, because C2 Shielonen is a little too insane to be comparing Lauma to her, right? So, because, you know, Shielonen gives damage bonus with her sword. Like, if I wanted a support for Nevi, right? If I wanted a support for Nevi, who would I use? Who would I use? I also am building a Nefa with double Nod Cry in mind, so who? One character is Kazuha, but I don't know necessarily how well he's actually gonna work. So let's go ahead and try him out, and let's use it just so we can see the difference between a team that, you know, uses them. I guess Nefa using an EM Sands probably isn't going to be that well for us, or maybe it will. I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's see what kind of damage are we looking at when we're missing, right? So Lauma, we're not using, you know, the EM Sands anymore. So let's go ahead, you know, or we're using EM Sands. I don't know why I said that. We're not using stuff anymore, right? All right, so let's go ahead. We're not using Lauma anymore. I mean, is this slower, chat? I think it is. Something telling me it is. Now, this is a C2 Kazuha, so we're going to see some nice, you know, extra damage from this guy. I mean, oh, right. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I still... Okay, so the reason why that's... Okay, all right, let's not, you know, overinflate Lauma's value. I still need to do this. Yes, I completely forgot that 40,000 for this team, and it's like, Lauma was letting us do 60, so we should theoretically be doing better here, so, yeah. And let's see the proper damage. 40. Okay, well, well, okay. I don't know why I don't see a difference, but don't worry. There will be a difference in like 2 seconds. I swear. I swear. There's no way that okay, I just got hit out of my thing. Thank you. Yes. All right, let's pop this now. We are going to have to rely on Enefa to, hello, E-skill, thank you. So Electro actually got it the first time. Interesting. I'm not seeing a difference in Nevi. That's weird. Maybe he wasn't hitting as strong as I thought he was before, but I mean, we're seeing the difference here. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead. Just restart the rotation, whatever. All right. All right, now we should end up seeing Enefa being very useful for us. So let's go ahead do that. Let me grab this E-skill. Thank you. All right, so now, yeah, now we're not really. I mean, we could still be doing damage. I don't know which is better. Is it better to just conserve yourself, or is it better to go? I don't know. It's an interesting prospect. To be fair, it'll be because like, yeah, 5,000 damage. That's not. It's a lot less, but it's not nothing, right? Like, we should probably still do this. So let's go ahead, keep doing damage here. And let's, okay, the final bit there. Now we should end up crossing over. We should cross over, right? All right, I am going to use the Q here at the very end. And, let's go ahead. Electro res is now decreased. There we go, 55,000 from Nevi. I think that is 60,000. See, where was this before? Where? What? All right. You know, it's the results kind of speak for themselves. I used Kazuha that entire time. I was getting Hydro Swirls. It was very clear to me that I was getting Hydro Swirls. His blue skill was, or his E skill was blue. And we did a better time using Llama. I mean, I understand Nevi doesn't have the most insane damage, but there is something to be said when Nevi, who does have good damage, it's better off to use someone like Lauma than Kazuha, right? This guy, still, people, like, constantly are like, yeah, Kazuha, let's go, right? Like, people will constantly say Shieldon is a lot, you know, like, Shieldon, she's really, her strengths come from having Kazuha, but way more comfortable, right? Way more comfortable with Kazuha. Like, if I did, like, I have C2 Shieldon, right? So it's not really a good comparison, but just to show you guys what I mean, is like, look at the rotation I'm about to do. Look how easy it is. I actually messed up with Furina. She should be in the first spot. But yeah, look how easy this rotation is. Boop, boop, boop. And then we, like, you know, we go. This is the rotation. Yep. And then, yeah, obviously C2 Shieldon's making us hit harder than what we would normally expect. And then, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this again. Wait for that. Yep. Sure. Q. And, like, you could sort of see, don't look at the numbers too much, but, like, you know, the rotations are just easier. Her durations are longer, right? So, yeah, there we go. All right. Let's go ahead and let's stop that now. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, we saw Llama very much so showcase off, like, her being very good, right? Like, being able to buff, because the thing is, at this point, you know, we talked about it. Enefa looked like she was probably better on attack percent stance. For real, looked like she was better on attack percent stance. Why is that? Well, if we go ahead and we look at Llama, with Lauma's ability, right? She just has a whole bunch of, you know, strength here. She just buffs bloom damage raw. Like, she's not like, you know, oh, buff it based on the character's element. No, you can have a level 1 Electro character with nothing, and Llama will still be adding the same amount to your damage on bloom course. So this character, you know, with teams that would be like, bloom is not even an option. Now, bloom, I mean, I've not tested it, but I mean, like, listen, I was hitting, let's actually go ahead and redo this. Let's actually go ahead quickly and showcase off now that I have the attack percent on. Let's see what we actually have. Like, let's see, like, how much bloom damage are we actually doing? We are going to need to wait for the burst, but, you know, there we go. Yeah, sure. So 11,000, 19,000, right? 19,000 is what we're seeing from normal character bloom, whatever. You know, that's what we're seeing. So let's go ahead, gain the energy. Yes, I was maybe gonna wait. I mean, you can even just see just by the way that they're being shredded. Like, it's just so much. I would really love some energy. Let me do this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we have this. Now, what's the bloom damage? The bloom damage is 28,000. So she added 9,000 to a character who really isn't being built for bloom at all. There's nothing Anefa isn't built for Bloom at all. Like, she's not like, oh man, super crazy, built for Bloom. No, she's built to do off-field damage on her own. And what's happening is Llama's buffing, Llama's going ahead and buffing the Bloom damage. I'm gonna wait 5 seconds, and we're gonna, do a full rotation where we can see the true max power of what the Bloom damage can hit. And let's go. And let's see. Yes. And do this. So there we go. And what are we looking like? 31,000? 31,000. So from 19,000 to 31. I mean, not bad. Although I think I didn't use Anefa's burst before that. I mean, we could see, like, dude, I haven't even been really trying, and we're about to clear him faster than the Kazuha, right? Like, we're about to clear him faster than we did Kazuha. I mean, I did purposely avoid Kazuha's burst, which I guess, to a certain extent is hurtful towards Nevi. But at the same time, I have C2 Kazuha, which would have massively increased, overall damage for, Anefa's reactions and stuff. So didn't want to do that, right? Because it's an unfair advantage. Whereas Llama, this character's just like kind of good, man. Like this, she kind of just, she does pretty good. Like, 19,000, and then 31,000 or 28,000, whichever one you want to look at. Still very good. Like she's really what? A 50% increase to Bloom overall. And then Bloom is also being used in the first place, whereas without Lauma, Bloom doesn't exist on the team. You could put other Dendro characters here. Sure, it does. Then at that point, it does. But if you're putting Shieldon on the team, Bloom doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. And at a certain point, you can buff Nevi all you want. You like hyper carry Nevi still works and still is great. You can buff them all you want. But honestly, I feel like, with the off-field DPSs, that's why Mavweek is so good with Nevi, because she just does like million damage just on his own team. She buffs him by 40% damage bonus. And then, you have Shieldon on top of that and Fiorina, right? You just, everything in, a Nevi plus Mavweeka team works so well together. It is very good. And then, like, there's also, like, the option to just put sub DPSs with them. And Nefa and Lauma work very well together as sub DPSs. So, when there is Hydro on the team, Nefa plus Lauma is a very good option, assuming your Hydro character can actually deal some serious damage without using a reaction like Vaporize, which is why Mualani isn't, that great for it. But yeah, overall, did great. This character performs amazing in, the Stygian. We'll see how she ages. But in terms of my tier list, I mean, for this Stygian specifically, she probably is going to be above characters like Kazuha. Because Kazuha, again, I don't really ever use Kazuha. Even with 3 teams, I don't find myself using Kazuha in this, really. Like, characters that I find myself, like, gaining a lot of value from in Stygian specifically is, like, characters like Fiorina, who are the second best option, and it's, like, the second best option on, like, 700 teams. Kazuha is never really the second best option anymore, right? If you go to like, Mavweeka team or, Nevi team, right? You like, Fiorina is not second best option. Is she at this point? She might be second best option for Nevi team, but, it's very, useful to use Fiorina in this. So I think it's, for this Stygian, it's going to be a little weird to judge because a lot of this is based on not necessarily your own damage, but also like the reactions that you're doing. So, Shieldon, I'm kind of thinking about maybe, like, she might be top 5, but that's where she is, right? For this Stygian specifically, when I do my version-specific tier list, we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.